Hello, my monstrosities. Hello once again. Today I bring to you this little grids about me thing I kept seeing. I completely forgot to do it about Pokemon. Maybe I'll do that one too, because I saw that going around like a month or so ago. But I logged in to Twitter and saw people doing this, so I wanted to hop on in it and figured might as well make a video out of it. Um, yeah, guess I'll put the link in the description if anybody else wants to do it. Hopefully I remember. But let's start. So my first frame, I started with, I'm trying to remember if I was either, I am old enough, and I had to start twice. So I started once on console and then on PC. Console, I didn't stick. I've been on PC since I was tried again. Console, I'm trying to remember if I did choose Loki. But I want to say, let's just say currently, because I know uh, that Volt was my starter on my PC account. And, funny enough, uh, I sold Volt before maxing out MR. I'm MR 30 now, and I just have never went back to max out that MR on Volt. So maybe one day I'll remake Volt and get the max mastery out of it. Now my first prime was, now this one I do know off the back, was Loki. Loki Prime was my first. Do they have the primes on here? Loki Prime? Oh. Loki Prime was my first prime. I don't remember why I did that though. I remember it being Loki Prime. Did I buy him or did I farm him? But it was definitely felt like an accomplishment, and it was Loki. Don't know why. Um, Now for my main is ba 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 ba. You know it, you love it, you love to see it. Sevagoth. I am a Sevagoth main. Put out recently an hour-long video about how I'm back on Sevagoth, and I'm not just pressing nuke. I also have a build that gives you the ability to play with Shadow as well. So that's cool. My second main nowadays is Dante. Um, Especially when I need to do Fadoodle, the one with restrictions. Oh, you know what I'm talking about, Albrecht shit. But it's good to have a gun when I need to take other guns to get rewards. Um, but yeah, I usually will then go to Dante, which is odd because before the last update, I was like, wow, they finally fixed Oberon. I've waited literal years for this. And I'll be honest, I have a very petty reason I am not on Oberon anymore. And because of that petty reason, I thankfully found out how much I like Dante. And with the changes with the old piece, back on Sevagoth. But leading to the best weapon frame is the frame that I have the most time on because I used to be a hardcore main of this guy. Chroma. Is he actually the best weapon frame? You could argue Mirage, you could argue Saren, probably Araxia, like Volt, whoever. But my Dragon Boy, oh my Dragon Boy, best weapon frame. Now, as you can see, between my mains of Sephiroth and Dante, I have to pick who is the best caster frame. Now, as much as I like Sephiroth, Dante just does so much. He does so much for you, helps the team, less survivability issues, quote unquote, doesn't have to manage a gauge. The best caster is the wizard. The most underrated. This is interesting. Because I did recently just find out about. the Goth. I think it's pretty underrated. Like I put off playing the Goth for a long time. But I think Oberon is pretty overrated too. So this is a tough one. Mm, Naja is also pretty underrated. Currently, who do I think is more underrated? Oberon or the Goth? The Gath? The Goth? Funny enough, I think the recent alerts that gave us the Goth for basically free really helped because now I've seen like 3 or 4 videos that are just like, hey, you're sleeping on the Goth. And you know what? We're going to put Oberon up here because I waited long for that. Okay, most overrated. And now, for the most overrated. Most overrated. Honestly, as much. This is just going to be a thing of my mains, huh? When I got off of Volt, I wanted to get Necros because Necros was new. And that's how my friend got me into the game. He's like, hey, look, I know you're going to love it. And cough, cough, if you. It should tell a lot about me that Sevagoth is my main, and Necros got me into the game. But for a long time, I was a Wukong main, of course, before Wukong Prime, because, hey, I love playing the mythology of Wukong. Like, Wukong shit was my thing way back when. I was playing Wukong in Smite, playing Wukong in Warframe. What else? I don't know. Wukong was like my mythology buff situation for a little bit there. But now, it's funny to make it full circle. So now he's overrated, where I'm just like, I get it. Like you can do missions, but I just don't see why everybody is still like, oh my gosh, I put on my Wukong and my Torrid Incarnate now. Yeah, not even Torrid Incarnate anymore. Either way, think Wukong probably most overrated. Which funny that I just gave that backstory without looking at the next slide or the next square. I think Necros does desperately need a rework. Um, it's fun to press 3 and then play the game and then occasionally cast 4. But I I have this scrapped video. Maybe I'll end up making it. But he doesn't fulfill Necromancer really. Uh, or at least he kind of does, but not in the full fantasy of it. Because if you look at somebody like Graves in Deadlock or Yorick in League of Legends, there's like still some level of control over what you've done. Like there's no, oh, I summoned shadows with 4. Now everybody target that guy. There's no, hey, let's immediate like Soul Punch. I feel could be a little bit more of a target situation. Terrify doesn't have to be like a I have to keep ha ha ha, like maybe take that as a toggle. Maybe it's just because I play with Gloom on Sevagoth, but I don't know. Necros definitely could use some help. Wish they were better. Oh, yeah, we're coming back to Chroma for this one, I think. I think we're coming back to Chroma for that one. Because doesn't terribly need a rework per se, just needs touch-ups though. Like it's nothing wrong with Chroma per wish they were better. Wish they were better. Now, for the best kit. Who has the best kit in the game? The best kit. I kind of want to go Dante again, to be honest. best kit. Who has the best kit? Do I slam it? Do I put Dante a third time on here? And then you go, man. So if you really like Dante this much, why not? The reason that I don't automatically slam Sevagoth here is because uh the whole needing to fill a gauge thing can be annoying in other situations. Like it can be pretty annoying when you are, playing like a quick assassination or something. It's like, nah, I would like to be Shadow right now, but I didn't divert my efforts. Octavia has a solid kit too. Can go invisible, can do damage, can play the game on autopilot. Octavia, you still need a gun. Dante kind of just had, well, okay, hold on now. Dante has survivability and exalted, a room clearer, damage amp. It's really hard to beat Dante on that one. I think Dante was a slam fucking dunk, dude. I think Dante was a slam fucking dunk. But I think Octavia's a really close second. Like, there's not much content you just straight up can't do with Dante. But the most fun, I'm bringing it back. Sevagoth. Let me tell you, you know how fun it is to blow up a room and then go raw kaiju monster mode, rip people up? Yes. Um, I do think Sevagoth is a bit more fun than Dante because after a while, I get tired of holding left click or right on the D-pad, uh, and then four. So uh, right up for me. But like it's dark verse, final verse. Like I think that gets a little bit tiring after some time, which is kind of why I stopped playing Nidus too. Like, all right, I larva, I stomp. I larva, I stomp. Oh, I put tentacle. I larva, I stomp. I larva. So, with Sevagoth, I do genuinely have the ability to switch between doing a different thing to focus on each mission. Do I want to blow up rooms? Do I just want to inflict damage vulnerability and shoot my gun? Do I want to start doing melee? Um, Sevagoth is the most fun for me. Like that's my dog right there. That's my boy. The best design. I do they mean like aesthetically? The best design. I would put Sevagoth here too, but there are a few things that do annoy me. And Dante also would probably put the best design. I wouldn't be playing them if I didn't think that they look cool. um, because best kit, yeah, I'm gonna assume that best design is separate from like best kit. Best design. Yeah, this is just gonna be a thing about my mains, isn't it? Except for one, well, three. My mains throughout my time of playing Warframe. I think Araxia is pretty sick, but I don't really care to play Araxia. Varun is pretty sick. The best design. Yeah, I'm sorry. I might just slam Sevagoth here again. Is that true? Do I believe that with my heart of hearts? We're gonna put Sevagoth for now, so I don't waste too much time, and then come back. Now the best fashion. This is my second most. After Chroma, this is my second most used frame in the entire game for both Chroma and Chroma Prime. Then it's Limbo, and Limbo Prime, who has the best fashion, the Dapper Gentleman. Oh boy. Limbo, you know what? I think Limbo needs a rework more than that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do here. How do I? All right. We're gonna switch this. Okay. Critically needs a rework. I don't know how I didn't think of Limbo. I want the rift mechanics to interact with like time and like just more things just go wrong with time because we haven't touched them up. Um, like overguard enemies, like that's fine, but then he's like paper thin. Honestly, maybe I should go back and see if I can make Limbo work. Maybe it's a me issue. It's definitely a skill issue, right? Nullifier bubbles are still stupid. Still kind of hate that interaction. But they fixed it, so like now they just go through without popping the bubble, right? Like that's they just reduce the time the bubble is up. Cataclysm. Uh, I need to go back and do some limbo testing. Wish they were better as Necros though. Like I wish that they fit necromancy a little bit more, but I don't think it requires like straight up rework. But the best fashion has to be Limboy. Um, and then favorite proto frame. I so no hate. I don't really like them all that much. I dislike them far less than I thought I did at first. Like I was one of those like, ooh, what's this? Why is my Warframe human? Da, 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 da. I definitely was one of those. I wasn't vocal about it, but like I was just like, I don't need to touch any of that 1999 shit. But I do like the direction that's going so far, and I'm gonna be real, y'all. Um, Eleanor's hot, and they got Amelia Tyler as the voice, so double hot. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. There we go. That like, look. Hopefully that doesn't age poorly. Please, nobody get canceled. Um, for like heinous shit. But yeah, you got the voice, and you got the aesthetics are pleasing. Going to have to say favorite proto frame is Nyx and Eleanor. Haven't reset that calendar once, boyo. Every month you get a happy surprise. So yeah, I think that's where we go. Best design. I think. Do I want to change that? The only one of my former mains that isn't on here is Revenant, which again, this is the story about those things too. Like Revenant and Sevagoth, I played Revenant, Sevagoth, Wukong. I played all of these in their worst version. Before they got buffed and things, and that's when I usually put a frame down. I'm like, well, this isn't. It's not what I want. Like Sevagoth, when they found out that they put the augments, you get just nuke shit. I was like, well, that's not what I want. I don't want to just nuke everything every 3 seconds. I don't want to be another nuke frame. Revenant, kind of the same thing. I didn't just want to be a nuke frame situation, but I really hated the Eidolon aspect. Eidolon vampire guy aspect. It's just too messy for me. But the design was kind of cool. Uh, Wukong stopped playing as soon as Wukong was like, "Oh my gosh, guys, you gotta play Wukong." But I think I'll leave that there. I think I will leave Sevagoth as best design. Because quite frankly, I don't have anybody else that just straight up passes that. So I think I'm okay with that. So yeah, I think that is my grids about me. If you like the video, like it. Got a comment for me, comment. And until next time, peace out, my monstrosities.